Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you a few things. I was asked a couple questions and I thought let's combine it into a video. The first question I got was about baby wipes. And uh, Carol asked, what do I do with baby wipes when they dry out? She had explained that when she first started out in art journaling and whatnot, that baby wipes was a big thing. You know, everybody said get baby wipes. I did too. You can go to the dollar store, get baby wipes. They're great to use. You can activate your, um, watercolor crayons, pencils, and all that kind of thing. Plus, they're good just to clean up and have. So this is a baby wipe that I let dry, and it's completely dry. So I'm going to do two things with it. First, what I suggest is if it's dried out, if you have maybe pulled it out, that's what she said. Anyway, if you've pulled it out of the package and you've set it down and went on about your business and you go back and it's dry, of course, you can re-wet it. Just spray it with some water and it will reactivate and then you can use it, of course. So that works. It smells like a baby wipe because you haven't used anything really. Now, what I like to do is when I'm done with my baby wipes, whether they have paint all over them or not, I like to stretch them out. Now you can see this will stretch this way easily. You can see like the fibers being pulled and it gives great texture. Normally it will only do it one way. And you can see here, it's like not doing it. But this side, it is, as I pull it and then let it go, you get some wrinkles. So I love doing that. I will stretch it as far as I can. I will pull it. I will, fray it. Like look at those ends, right? I mean, that is great in your mixed media or whatever. And think about it. I've used these as angel wings. So that's a whole other video. But that is great. But what I did here now, because Elena P, that was Carol W, asked about, she said, I always mention different watercolor pencils, and these are the Reeves. And yes, I've mentioned these. You can get these at AC Moore and Michael's and that kind of thing. And they are watercolor pencils, and I've used them. My daughters use them. This one's a 24 pack. It's glossy, so the light's like, girl, look at that. And I'm going to pull them out. I can't even do it. That's what she said joke there. I could, but I'm not. And what I did here was I gessoed this half with my delicious favorite folk art gesso. Use whatever you have. And then this is not, just so you can see the difference of what, kind of what it does. And let's do, this is, I don't know, does this have the colors on them? No, this don't have nothing on them. Just says Reeves. So this is a nice burgundy reddish color. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly go ahead and fill that in. And I'll do the same down here. So you can see a difference, and if it's something, that you want to gesso first or not. I'm going to do a light and dark. Darker there, a little bit darker there. And then let's use one of my favorites. It's like a bright green. Needs sharpened, but not going to do it right now. And I'm just going to go in here again, gessoed. I'm going to push a little hard. Oh, the jokes, Kelly, the jokes. Kathy better not be. She'll be laughing. Okay, so then we have that. And let's do a eggplant purple. Gosh, look, really loved color here. And then again, we'll do up here. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. And then I'll answer one more gesso question that I do have. All right, I can sit in color all day. I'm just going to take my paintbrush. I'm going to get the majority of the water off because I don't, I mean, you can do whatever way you want, but I'm just going to do that. And we're going to go in here. And this, like I said, is the gesso. Now remember, these are not like ink tints, where ink tints will, once you activate them, they're gorgeous and they dry permanent. Now remember, this is the gesso, this is just the paper. So this is what we got first. Just gonna wipe my brush off there, wet it again, squish the water off. Well, let's go in for green. I'm just gonna do it a couple times there and a couple times there. Get those ends. See, it's almost lifting off because of the gesso. So I think our answer is going to be no, you don't need the gesso. Let's go into eggplant. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. And then let's go here. Nice, nice, nice. Now I can see here there is some, you can kind of see where it was like where I had scribbled it. So I'm gonna try that one more time. Not gonna touch that, but I'm gonna go in and do like that and go in and see if I can kind of fan that out, if it's going to sit, because sometimes gesso will, paper will do it too. I'm not going to lie, but sometimes gesso can kind of suck in, but no, that actually did spread out nice. So that's nice. Let me see. Yeah, if I just scrub that a little bit. But I mean, you're getting beautiful color either way. So, I mean, on the plus side, that is very, exciting. You don't need gesso. And you can get these, you use a coupon, so you can see where I laid down. It's almost like the oils of it. Look at that. But you don't get the same effect here. Where'd my brush go? What the heck did I do with my brush, oh, Kelly? Let's see. If I pull this down, maybe it'll. Just kind of spread it out. Maybe it's just some of that watercolor. Yeah, see that? Now that's dry. It's not lifting off that paper. So you kind of got to work fast. But I mean, either way, you see that you get great, great coverage. Now, something I like to do, and I know not everybody likes to do it like this. I do this sometimes with my Inktense blocks or Inktense colored pencil, all that kind of thing, is I will take, now here's a piece of tape. It's just packing tape. And then here's my nonstick mat. And let's go with a dark color. This is just black. And I'm going to scribble someone here. Now remember, this is just tape. So, and then I'm going to scribble. I would probably do it on wax paper more than the tape, or even paper for that matter. Okay. So you see I'm laying that down, and let's lay down some bright yellow, just so I can kind of show you what I'm sure you're going to know what I do, because I do this quite often. I do this with Neo colors and everything if I can't. Okay, that is that. Now, Kelly, what did you do with your brush? Here it is. Okay, clean, damp brush. I'm going to go in, of course, the lighter color. And you might need a little more water than I have on here, but we're going to do it. And then you can go in and paint. And you can do this in a palette too, except my palette is, look at that, well used. But you see how you get that nice watercolor effect? So you can do that. I'm going to go in with some black. And I like to turn my brush over. I always do, even when I'm using acrylic paint. And you see how we got more of a paint consistency. Now, some people don't like to do that. That's completely fine. You do you, boo. You do you, whatever you want to do. But there's there's different ways to do it. Now I put it on here, but it's not gonna, I can see it's not gonna show up on here like I want it. No. a little bit, but not much. But here's a tip for you. If you do that, wet it and then go in and just sit for a second and be like, oh, look at me go, look at me go, and look at that. Okay, and that's just the black. And then you go in. Oh, why hello there, Mr. Watercolor. How you doing? And then you go, you know, and you put in as much as you want. And paint. So there's always ways around things. So like I said, some of us, you know, you don't have the mat, or you know, the nonstick mat, or you don't have you know, something, but like I said, you can use wax paper, parchment paper. Let me just show you this because this might be a little dirty from sitting. Now, this is just one of those bead things, right? So I always I'm like, oh, and I drive people nuts. I'm like, oh, it's too long, but I want to show you guys some things. We'll do dark green. So if I write on here, it's not going to come up exactly how I want it, but I'm going to give it a squirt. And you can see it actually comes up a little bit right there. But then I'm going in. And you go in as much as you want. You can mix colors if you know, maybe you only have a smaller package, like 12 of these, and you want to mix some colors, mix them. Mix them on here. Do this, and then do another color over here, and then mix. And like I said, I'm not going to spend all day doing this to bore you. But what I will do is I'm going to do, let me do this and show you something once I'm done. Okay. So you see what I'm doing there. Then you take your brush. Gotta get a mouse. Okay. And then you just, same thing. And look, and then you get your delicious green. I put too much water on my brush, but you get that delicious green color. And then last thing, and then I will let you go. But like I said, you can see, it's hard to see on here. You can see that though. I want to show you that it works. It's just that I'm taking forever and my pencils need sharpened. And you see, you just mix it up on there. And you get a nice green black color. Okay, last thing. So I'm going to take, you see I scribbled there. I'm going to take a wet baby wipe. Now this can be a baby wipe you already have that, you know, you took out of the package that's wet, or here. And I like to go in and do a little dab for Angie. And you definitely can get a nice light. Let's say you do too much, or you want variation in the color, you definitely can do that. I can go over, maybe I want to layer it a little bit more, or I just want the outsides layered or the insides lighter, whatever you have. And you just go in and look, you're getting different colors on here, so then you can use this and glue it as a mixed media paper down the road. But see, the lighter the touch, you know, go in circles, whatever way you want. And you get the same kind of thing. So, I mean, there's a million different ways. These are great watercolor pencils. Nobody sent them to me. I bought them myself. But it's just, you know, just think outside the box. You don't always have to use things, you know what I mean, in their way, you know, like sit and draw and all that. Maybe you don't feel comfortable. But if you have watercolor paper, Bristol paper, any tracing paper, drawing paper, whatever, sit and play and see how they react, because you can get some really great looks without doing, you know, too much or buying too much. You know what I'm saying. So I hope you enjoyed this. I just love you guys so very much, and I am so appreciative. So, as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much, and please share me around. I appreciate it. Let me know any tips and tricks you have for watercolors down below. I could sit here for hours with makeup sponges and so many things, but I will not bore you, and probably stuff you already know. But I wanted to answer Carol and Elena thing, and yeah. Have a great day. And remember, progress, not perfection, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.